Hi there everybody, it's Cassie and we are going to do another tutorial today. I've been wanting to burn through these. It's been really fun for me and a really nice distraction. Yesterday I did take a photo that I really loved, but I didn't do a tutorial on it just because I wanted to make sure that I could actually still do it. I haven't taken a proper photo in so long. It's just been a lot of snapshots for months. So I figured I would try to give this a go and see how it'd turn out. So we are going to try and do this again. It's going to be a softer and sweeter style photo. So let's get an outfit together. Once I have clothing on below, then I will resume and I can tell you what I'm wearing. Okay, finally. So I have clothes on at least. I'm not too worried about the skirt just because it's going to be mostly a profile shot. And let's get the HUD on as well. I am wearing Darkened Stare wings. I'm wearing Magica hair. I just put on this fake icon body gems just because I want a little bit of a glow. I'm wearing Stardust tattoo pliers. Those are currently at Uber, I believe. And I'm wearing Cosmic Dust lace top. I'm wearing the pink fuel skin that I wore during all of the body reviews I did. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to go check it out. And then hashtag 187 Moon and Stars crown. I also put on Avi Glam eyes and some more. Wow, I lost my train of thought. Some lashes as well from Stardust. I think this is really pretty and really ethereal so far. And I like how it looks even just with my light backdrop that's like for my normal vlog stage. I think it looks really pretty. So let's actually start setting up. I think I do want to add a few more things and then I'll be good to go. I just have to find them in my horrible inventory. Okay, much better. So all I added were some armlets from Blueberry because I'm hoping to have my arms up in the pose. And then I had changed my shadow for Vici just because I think there was already a liner on and I just wanted to kind of add it. And then I added a bindi from Sakura. It does move sometimes with the bento head. It's not like rigged with it. So occasionally it'll go in my forehead. So sometimes I keep it kind of far away from it. So if it does have that happen, I might have to take multiple photos just to fix that. I should also probably put it in the center of my forehead. There we go. Okay, so now I feel pretty happy with this outfit, and let's go set up. I go pretty easy with this stuff. I'm really lazy. I don't get a lot. I don't do a lot with my photos at all. So first off, all I'm going to put out is this Ankh oil ripple. I like to have it a lot with any soft photos that I do. And then I'm also going to change the color of my floor. I'm going to make it like a nice light blue because I am going to rotate. I feel like I'm almost pretty much notorious now for rotating my stuff. There's no reason for it. I just like doing it. I feel like I get more detail in my portrait by doing that. I'm not actually rotating the scene. A lot of people ask that, like, how do I rotate the scene? I'm rotating myself to fit the scene. That way I can be like this. Although I'm going to have to rotate this way just so my camera doesn't keep cutting like that. So let's make a cube. Let me just res cube. Oh wait, I didn't do res plat. 5. And I think it went right underneath me, yeah. You can always just hit create too, but I like doing that sometimes because it's good to go. Texture. We will make it blank because I don't need anything fancy. I'm going to add decorations in world to make it nice. I'm not huge on green screen stuff, but if you guys are wanting to see how I do green screen, let me know in the comments. I don't do it very often. It's very rare for me. I just prefer doing stuff that I can find in Second Life. I like to be able to support Second Life artists, and I feel like we can create whatever we want in Second Life doing that. So let's keep going with this. 90. I need this to be 92. And shove it on up there. Probably need to stretch this out further, right? I'm doing this all like on my own because every time I do a photo I really like, I normally have my Audible on. I'm listening to a book and I'm just kind of relaxing, and my photos never turn out well enough on here that they do. when I'm just doing it on my own. So I'm probably going to be very flustered doing this. We'll see. And so far we have this. And we're going to have to mess with our pose quite a bit as well, but let's also add some layers of stuff. So first up, I want some galaxy. Oh wait, I didn't change the color of this yet. That'd be smart. Bloop, bloop. Want it to be almost like a gray blue because we can always add to it when we go into editing. We're going to add some clouds. And UK has a really great mesh cloud that it's still opaque, so they're also modifiable. These were a gacha though, so I don't know if it's different for in a gacha version versus what I have, because I have the blogger box. So there's no guarantees if they're also like that. But I'm not sure if they might also do exchanges. You never know. I'm not sure. But we are going to make some clouds. Just have a few in there. You're not going to see them too much because we're going to have depth of field on, and it's more just kind of like to have something, a fake background. Instead of going to an actual sim, we are doing this instead. And I want some glitter, so I'm going to go to Glitter Floor from KK. I like their stuff a lot. It's older. I think I got it when I first joined in this account in Second Life. So 2014, I think. But I like it. I still use it in tons of my photos. So we are going to just add, and then we're going to hit shift and drag it over to have multiple stars. As long as it's copyable, you can do this, and you can copy them and just drag them around and add as many as you like. It's bothering me that you can see the clipping, so let's hide that real quick just so I stop staring at it. It's like killing me. Oh, is it my hip? Oh, that's a shame. So I don't think I can hide it, can I? Oh no, maybe it's over here. Where the heck is it? I don't see it. I think it is my hip, isn't it? Oh, that's a pain. Okay. Let's change then. We're going to do Zara instead. We'll do there. I know I have some white shorts, harem pants. We'll put those in gold. And now that they're on, I can take this off. And let's just hit show all again. Oh, okay, so maybe it's the pose. Anyways, let's get with our pose that we want. And then I'll add more stuff once I feel like it. So I'm using Anna poses. They're my favorite. I've been using their AO as well. I really love her stuff. I feel like it's incredible. They're very natural poses, and they're ones that are normally my go-to. Like I have pose stands for Fox City and Infinity, and I need to start making more for like basic poses on which are standing, which are moving and stuff. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I don't have to go too strict in this because I am also going to use Anypose as well as Axis, the Leluca Axis HUD. So we can just keep it pretty simple. I want some daisies. Let's see if I can find some. I think I have some from, I thought I had some from Heart, but we'll see. Harmony has some. Oh yeah, that's Heart. Okay. I was like, what? What is Harmony? Okay, let's do no leaves. Oh, but that's only for singles. I want a patch. Which it's okay if there's leaves, it's fine. But I want this to be kind of ethereal. So 90, 0, 270. Wonder if I can hide the grass, the leaf parts. Let's see. Sometimes you can. Select face. Looks like it's all just one face though, so probably not. Yeah, which is good actually, because that means it is low VRAM. Yeah, nice and low. Good for having all around your sim and not being very laggy. And you can link them and they'll probably stay low in impact. Okay. So let's put this pretty much right on there. So I might actually change the color of the background to be kind of green to go with it. And I'm going to remove these because now I want to go for a more floral look. Hitting Control or Shift click to have multiple, and then I'm holding down Shift and dragging it where I want to have multiple copies. So we're just going to give ourselves a garden of daisies. Very pretty. And then I'm going to go over here as well to these daisies. Do I have them in white? I see yellow, pink. Are they all just yellow and pink? Oh, and these are texture. I'm good. I don't need those. I was hoping I had. But I do have clovers, like large clovers I can add. I'll just drag these from the trash. See, like I said, I honestly, like, it takes me forever to do a photo just because I'm doing this kind of stuff, like figuring out what I want. It's always trial and error. Like, nothing just takes seconds. I know some people that have been doing this way longer and are way better than me. It takes them days to get a photo done, and they just want to make it perfect. Like, I am manic and stuff very often, even though I'm medicated, and so there's a lot of times where my stuff looks very half-assed, and I have to go in and edit it a second time when I already have it uploaded. Like, oh, I missed this. So it happens. So I want to change the color of this. We're gonna go now to a darker green, like how my floor is pretty much right now. And you're not going to see it too much once we get in there because of the depth of field. Like, let's just show you right now how it looks. I obviously have to move my avatar a bit. But you can hardly even see the green. It's more just so it doesn't look patchy. I am also going to move this up because I still like it. I just like the shine that it brings. And now let's move me a bit. There we go. And Anypose. You can get, I use Anypose Basic. You can get this on the marketplace. It's not in World, I don't think. So search Anypose Basic in Second Life, or on Marketplace, and you'll be able to find it. I think it's like 1500 linen. They have a normal Anypose as well that's just the facial expressions. Don't worry about that. So it's good to get this one because it does face as well as the body. And there's another one that's even more expensive where it lets you make the poses and sell them. I don't need to do that. I just do this. So I don't worry too much about it. And I'm not going to worry about lighting until I'm happy with how this looks. So I want to get this out. I want a unique pose. I'm not going to just do this, so I'm probably going to rotate it a bit more. I've been really having fun with elongating the neck, and so it'll look incredibly insane when you have it in world, but then it looks really pretty in the photo. I probably won't even do that after all. Again, I change my mind so often with these, but we'll see. So it's always good to do the face first and then the body second, or as long as you're doing the body, click Save Pose at the end, so that way you can just paste it back in. So I think I'm going to do the body first just so I know what I'm even wanting. Let's zoom out a bit just so I can actually see it. I can take this off for now. Let's take off some HUDs. Oh, except for I still have animations going on my head. I didn't know that did that even with the HUD off. So let's turn off those animations. Oh man, for a second I didn't think I was recording. So that's what happened yesterday and I was so upset. Okay, animate. stop moods, and turn off blink. Now we can take this off. That way we have full control of the head and it won't blink mid-photo like it does every single time I take a photo. So I want to have my arms kind of demure in front of my face. So we are going to just mess with our Anypose. And I'm first, if you look at this, the HUD, it is how you face it. So on the left is your right arm, on the right is your left arm. And so you can just kind of move it around like that. It does take time. It is pretty annoying because it does set it to like a basic pose. Like if you just barely click it, go like this, it'll go almost like the T-pose version of it. It'll just go to the, it'll reset whatever the pose is and makes it a little hard, but after a little bit of time, you get kind of used to it. So I want to bring these in though to my chest. Oh, it looks so bad like that though. The shoulders are always the hardest part for me. I'm still not great with those just because they bother me so bad. So let's see how we can bring this in without completely warping the shoulders. I might have to edit them in Photoshop, but that's okay. One day I'm going to learn how to do Avastar, and that lets you make your own poses in Blender, and it's a lot easier than Anypose. I just haven't learned it yet because I'm a stubborn jerk. I'm going to obviously move the hands as well too. This is just me trying to figure out a placement for them and how I want them, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Need them closer to my face. That's opposite. Okay. And there is a way where you can like put them over to the same side. I don't know how to do it. I don't want them to reverse. Let me hit Say Pose real quick. And that way if I do mess up, I can... Yeah, no, it did nothing. So that's fine. Let's just... One day I'll figure out how to actually do this HUD and give you guys a good tutorial on it. But this is probably the most in-depth I've ever gone with Anypose on this channel. So if you ever need help with it, or if you still have questions on how to do this, I'll try to look it up and figure it out to help you guys out. The hand is bothering me, but I'll get to that soon. You ever have those moments where like you're almost tempted just to completely stop what you're doing to fix something that's bothering you, even though you've just said before like you're gonna fix it eventually? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that for now. I just need to change the hand positions. I'm gonna click Say Pose because sometimes if you mess with your animations too long, they reset and it's very annoying. But I am going to also move this out of the way because I don't need it anymore. So let's just toss that over there outside. And we are going to go to Fate Hand Poser. You can get this on the marketplace or in their in-world store. It is by Damien Fate. And all we have to do is click it open, and it lets you completely control how you want to have your hand positions. You could also use the ones that are in your Maitreya HUD, and there's also a lot of stores like Sweet Lovely Cute or Pose Studios that do their own hand poses. I think SEMOTION does a ton of them too, and I think I even bought those, but we're just going to do this today. Now I just need it to work. That'd be great. There we go. Now it's finally doing it. And this just gets every single little detail on your hands. It really adjusts them, and you can really transform how your hand position looks. If it actually like goes with it though, sometimes I think I'm lagging pretty badly. I've had a few friends res out their stuff for the arcade, like they're working on stuff, so I think I might be lagging from that a bit. But you can even like move like where the finger position is, like the knuckle. You can move the dang old knuckle. How insane is that? It's so cool. I feel like a lot of people don't really emphasize how neat this is. They don't showcase it as much as they should. It's pretty awesome. At the same time, it can also make your fingers look super broken in seconds. It's great. This is taking so long though, so I'm almost tempted just to use one of their pre-made hand poses. Like, let's just do this real quick. That way, oops. Oh, it broke my Anna poses, that's why. It's fine. Now let's lower this as much as we can. I should just pause and get this done so you guys don't have to see me struggle with this for like 30 minutes. So we can actually get to the actual editing of this, right? Like, how many of you are like screaming at me right now to just get this done? No one cares, Rachel. Cassie. I always forget to say my Second Life username. Okay. Can I hide it now? There we go. Cool. Isn't that so neat? Like, I think this is such a cool HUD. I'm going to keep my pinky up, keep it classy. And let's see how much I can rotate this hand. Rotate, please. I want it the other way. And lift it back. Back and to the left, back and to the left. Okay. Now we can hide this as well. Save it as a preset. That way, again, if I lose the memory of this, I can I can fix it again. I don't like how this hand looks. Let's rotate it a bit. I'm trying to hurry for y'all. But then I guess that kind of defeats the point of showing you how I do it without rushing, right? Like how I do it without stressing out. This might just be a really long video. We'll see. Okay, now let's save it as a preset. And we are going to minimize this. And now it's time for the axis HUD, which is my favorite part. So I'm wanting to have it angled more like this. Like, we are going to move it quite a bit. Let's see if I can get it angled like this. Yeah, there we go. So we are really going to, oh, see, this is why I do it. I think I hit say pose, right? Yup. To replay this pose, click this. Although I might have to fix my, yeah, I will. Wah, wah. Sugar, butter, flour. Oh my gosh, Rachel. Touch, and go back one. And say pose. This is the downside of using multiple pose HUDs. Go in here and click the preset. Click the preset. It has it here, it's just delayed. Whatever. I'll get to it eventually. Let's mess with the face. Because we want crazy face. Well, let's see. We'll see how we get it. Because I just want it nice and pretty and ethereal. Let's see if we can even do it. Or if I'm just going to screw this up majorly, which I probably will. Yeah, because it's not going anywhere where I want it. Okay, let's try to tilt this a little more. No, not that way. It'd be really nice if this hand position worked, huh? Like, what's the point of it if it's not going to do its job, right? Let's see what happens if we go to this one. Like, why did it not go this way? Like, this one didn't do what it's supposed to. Rah! There we go. I'm going to reset this. I hate how this is looking. And I'm even going to drag this back out. Again, this is how I always am with all of these. Sorry, guys. I must be so annoyed. Because I don't like how high my arm is. Ah. Not what I want either. Paste. I'll fix the hands in a bit again. And preset 1. Hopefully it goes to it. Let's go here and then hit preset 1 and see if that'll fix it. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave it like that. I kind of like it like that now. Although my left hand looks a little broken. There, that's better. Say pose, leave it like that. I'll have to fix this arm because that is going to drive me insane. I don't like when the shoulders look that tiny, but I don't like wide shoulders, so I keep them pretty small. Lift my chin up just a bit. And now it's time to mess with the jaw. Wait, what? Y'all, the struggles. I'm gonna mess with the face first, and then I'll go in with the other stuff like I should have done. I just went completely silent while I work on this. I think just because I'm getting frustrated. There we go. And add a tiny bit of a smirk. Because I don't like scally faces. I normally try to keep them pretty happy. Now I just need to get my eyes how I want them. There we go. Yeah, I'm totally moving my head again. There. Now we're making it look a little softer. Let's save this too, just in case. We're going to hold down that red button and click overwrite. Saved now. Now let's click paste. And now we've learned that we have to do this. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. Okay. So do this. Do this. Let's see if this will work better. Paste. And let's hide this. My goodness. There. I'm like trying not to like freak out right now. Oh my god. I'm ready to give up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is the worst. Okay, now let's go to this preset. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Please don't break. Don't break. Okay, I'm gonna pause and try and figure this out, y'all. Okay, it still is happening. So I am tempted to ditch the Fate Play hands. Like, I spent so much time on them, but I think I'm gonna go to the Maitreya hands because this is so frustrating, y'all. Okay, yeah, I just did some basic hand positions from Maitreya, and I'm going to leave it at that because I need to get this photo done. I feel like I spent like 20 minutes just trying to get this pose to work. It is just insane. I get it. I'm using way too many posers. Like, I understand. It's just, oh my gosh. That was insane. So, let's hit save pose. Try to save this. And I feel like it didn't really do the head I wanted. Or maybe it did and I just forgot what it looks like now because this has been going on for so long. It's probably what it was. But I want my eyes to look up. So, okay. I'm done. I'm not going to touch this anymore. We are done. Except for this. This is bothering me. There. Better. Okay. So, we are going to go in with our photo tools. I always like to have my ambient occlusion turned the heck up. Everything high. If you want to pause this and save these numbers, feel free. Normally, if I do see like maybe my lip gloss or something is shining too much with a certain wind light, I will lower it, but otherwise I keep it pretty high. Me. Tempted to ditch the headband. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I'll mess with the shadows and stuff near the end, just because it's fine for now. And we'll go into new sky preset. I always forget to hit new. I hit edit instead, so I'm never able to save stuff for y'all. So let's save this as ethereal, maybe, probably fail. And I'll rename it once it's time. Okay. So we are first going to raise our haze horizon and our haze density, just because I like to have that like softer look where it makes it a little bit more flat. We also want to raise our density multiplier and our distance multiplier just barely, like the tiniest bit. You don't want to have these turned off or else it doesn't really show your the lighting as background as strong as it was anymore. See what I mean? Like if you do have, like your face kind of looks a little dirty in certain wind lights if you mess with it too much with the ambient occlusion. So it's a lot of, you got to kind of practice and figure out how you want it. And I will save this Windlight for y'all, so if you just want to use it on your own and not even try to mess with this, like I probably will be for the next 20 minutes, you can. Totally fine. And if you take a photo with this, tag me in it. I would love to see how it turns out. Like if you do the style at all. Probably won't because this is just looking horrendous right now, but it'll get there, I promise. Okay, let's lighten this up too. We're going to go for more of, I'll probably still stick with tan, as well as this. I want this to be nice and bright. I'm still not done, by the way, so don't judge based off of how this looks so far. And we're probably going to have to mess with this a little bit too. The size of the sun, as well as the focus of it. I am going to rotate, because sometimes that helps too. You know what? It makes it harder, but here, let's turn this down real quick. I am going to rotate this all flat. Maybe not even fully flat, like kind of. I want to angle a bit more. It's going to make it harder for me to capture it, but I feel like lighting is easier this way. Let's see if I can get myself in the frame that I want and without being too angled. Probably not. Just because of how I have it set. My goodness. I am just a mess with this tutorial today. Sorry guys. It's not even a tutorial. It's a edit and struggle with me for 45 minutes video. See if I can actually come up with a photo video. Oh my gosh, no, I almost opened up another game. Did I open it? No. I hope I didn't. Oh my gosh. I just hate that I'm like angled weird. I want to be able to make sure I'm in the frame without having to crop. So that's always annoying. There we go. And I'm probably going to move my head again because I'm indecisive as heck. Hopefully this doesn't break my animation. If it does, I'm going to have to like take a breather and have a few pot cookies. There we go. I need to learn how to have moderation when it comes to these. I feel like I have none. There we go. Kind of. There. Okay. I'm good now. I'll leave it alone. Back to lighting. And just the moment you rotate it, it's already so much easier to get that lighting that I'm wanting. So that's much better already. It's just sometimes hard to get the angle you want this way. Oh, mass TP. Meh. Honestly, normally if you mass TP me, I will delete you off my friends list. Like, I'm good for now because I'm focusing on this, but I don't like mass TPs unless it's like for an important reason that I already know about. I think I like it better this way, and then we'll rotate the lighting. I want it to come from up here, so I kind of just gotta finagle it until I'm happy with it. The shadows are gonna annoy me anyways because of the clovers, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna mess with my shadows in a bit too, because I haven't even touched those yet, which I probably should now, right? The higher you go, the laggier you get, so that's why I always save it for last. Oof. Again, if you want to save any of the things I'm doing, feel free, or don't. Feel free to do it how you prefer. I'm not a professional. I'm just showing you how I'm doing this video. Okay, I don't like this yellow. I wish there was a way where I can just raise this to like 0.5. It doesn't just jump to 7.9 because it's crazy. Like, is there a way to do it? Oh, yeah, cool. I can just hit the upward arrow. Cool. Much better. Yay. Same with this. I want it up, but not too high. So let's just slowly do it. Okay, I can go a little higher than that, right? Actually, I want it lower, don't I? No, yeah, I want it higher. What am I doing? There. Now let's see if I can get that lighting that I want, the side lighting. This is honestly, I'm honestly like this every single time I try to take a photo. This is also why I save my Windlight for the most part, when I remember to. Luckily, I can also go in post and I can edit it quite a bit too. It's just gonna take some time. I wish that alpha halo was, there we go, it's gone for the most part. Let's, I want it to be nice and, let's go there. God, I suck at this today, y'all. I should not be doing tutorials. Like, I don't know if I'm having an off day or if I just actually suck all the time and I shouldn't be doing these. There. I just wish it were on the other side and it'd be perfect. Oop, way too bright. I think I'm just gonna have to be happy with this, y'all. And I'll just edit it in Photoshop, make it how I want. Okay. And I'm gonna edit my face one more time. Okay. See if I can do this without breaking my animation. And there we go. I'm gonna capture this and I'm gonna stop touching it anymore. Tempted to split this into 2 videos because I have no idea how long this video is already. But nope, gonna just open it. Blah, blah, blah. Here it is. Image, rotate. 90 degrees clockwise. And here is our final image. It looks pretty washed out right now, but we'll fix it eventually. First, let's hit Control J and make a new layer. And then let's start messing with this. I wish I had gotten more shine on this. Yeah, I'm going to take another photo and put it on top. I'm going to layer it. Lower this quite a bit. And take it one more time. There we go. And 12. Just going to drag it on over. I guess I should have rotated first. Image, rotate, 90 degrees, and drag it on over. And make sure it fits. Normally it'll kind of snap in place when it fits. Okay, I'm going to move this one up above it, and we are going to do screen, no. Lighten, no, I don't like that either. I might just leave it normal and lower the opacity a bit, just so I get a little bit of both. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. Flatten image, and let's get back to it. Man, the hands are bothering me. Oh God, guys, I'm hating this so much. It's just one of those days where I'm hating. This is why I don't always record, just because I get like this. Let's see if I hate it. Gotta do it. Like, it's just gonna bother me. Let's move this over so we can actually see our face. I'm gonna have to move that hand a little bit too. Oh, a little too much. We'll raise it then. Sorry for being quiet. I'm so frustrated, y'all. Let's see. See if I can get my head kind of forward. Yeah. Normally I don't use these little things, but sometimes I need it just to kind of tweak a bit without having to hit Control, Alt, and click. Okay, I'm already much happier with this, and I'm going to mess with the sky setting just a tiny bit more. It just looked so forced before, you know? I don't even know how to, like, I'll probably put a note in the beginning saying, hey, if you want to skip to how I actually do this, go here. So frustrating. There we go. I like that right there. Let's make this a little darker, contrast a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. Let's save this, and hopefully this looks how I want it to when I rotate it. Okay, an hour later. And rotate counterclockwise. Honestly, yeah, I like it much better like this. Like, I do feel like it isn't as flat as I normally like, but maybe zoom out and then hit Control 0 one more time. Yeah. So one more. We can do this. I'll probably have to liquefy my head a little bit too, which I've been doing often in my tutorials anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, and I might make this side a little bigger. And just copy pasta. Oh, derp. Dumb. Control J and then do that. Just so I can do it without getting white on it. There's probably a much easier way to do this too, but whatever. Oh, don't have it aligned. Turn that off. I'm just going to go through since it's such an abstract spot that it doesn't really matter too much. Kind of does. You just want to make sure it goes as smoothly as possible. Let's go and brush tool for a bit too. Oof. Just color this in. Oh, I'm using the wrong layer still. I'm so dumb. Whatever. Already on it. Already doing it. Whatever. And lower the opacity for this part so it's not all the same. But we are going to cover this with a lighting anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Okay, I think I got all of it. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, let's make another new layer. Alrighty. See, that already helped like make it less flat. I feel like it was looking pretty crazy. We're going to go to highlights and hit the bracket button. Lower it. Too much. Way too much. You don't want it on the hair because then it just looks way too glowy. Up, right on the nose. Just give it a little bit of a highlight. I'm actually okay with the shoulder too. I thought I would hate it, but I actually kind of like it. Let's go back in over here now with midtone. And then just start lighting over here. If we're going to have the direction of the light come from on this side, then we are going to want to have the light balancing off your body this way too. You don't want it to be like coming from odds and ends, you know. Try to keep it a little realistic. I'm also going to take off these wings and save one more. That way I can make the wings slightly opaque in this photo without there being any alpha clashing. So let's open one more. Image, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, shove it on in there. Make sure it snaps. And then the only thing I'm really going to keep here is this part of the wings. So we can just pretty much square off this area right here. Select inverse and just start erasing like a mad woman or mad man or whatever pronoun you prefer. Woof, I missed a spot. So we'll just be careful around that area. Okay. Now we can go on in and just have this very light. We'll still have to do some spots like this, because apparently my lighting already drastically changed over here. I don't know how. And now we're going to lower this and just have our wings be very luminous. Nothing too crazy. There we go. Can add some hardened edges and spots. There we go. Merge down. And let's get back to this. We want to go in with our burn tool at mid-tone because we don't have too tan of a body, so we want to keep it kind of gray. Mid-tone keeps it grayer. Shadow on a neutral tone makes it more like, I can't think of the word all of a sudden, bronzed, but we want it to be just kind of a subtle gray. The lighter you go, the more you want to do like a highlight burn instead. And it's just to help add shadows on the direction of that light that you're aiming for. I still always like to have a little bit of shadow under eye. Not that dark. Let's lower that to like 4. Okay. And I'm also a sucker for adding blush on the cheeks. I feel like it gives it a really nice soft look. Just make sure you lower it a lot. So let's go to 12. And on multiply, and we're just going to color in a little bit. I just like how it looks like this. I feel like it looks nice and natural. My butt is absolutely massive, and I'm going to shrink that a little bit. I don't know what happened, but we're just going to go on in with the liquefy tool and just tweak it a little bit. It's a pretty massive donk going on right there. Maybe lower this a bit too. There we go. Alrighty. So we are back to this. I paused just for a moment out of frustration, and we are going to continue going with this. I kind of have like a Steffi Ghost chin going on right now, like her iconic chin. I love her stuff. If you haven't checked her out, you need to look her up on Flickr. Just going in still, darkening. And then we are going to zoom in super close on our anything that's supposed to be shiny, like our diadem, not diadem, our bindi right here. And lighten that up a bit so it has a bit of a glow. Stuff that you want shiny. Maybe you want this a little shiny too. Go in with highlights. Make that shine a bit more. Go down here. Add some highlights to your gems. Just a little. You don't want it to be like super glowy, like unrealistically so. We're just trying to add some lighting to accentuate the shine on everything that you have. You want to make sure you show off the product as much as possible without changing it. That's very important. That's why I'll say in previous videos, don't show liquefy or don't add brushes and stuff to an item if you're wanting to keep it, like if you're blogging, you want to keep it as pure as possible because these designers worked hard on their stuff, and it's actually pretty insulting if you do change it up too much. Like, it's a good way to not become a blogger for a store if you are changing up their product too much. They notice it. They've been working on that item for probably months, so it's good to still be pretty classy with what you edit and what you don't edit. If you're not being a blogger, go crazy. But that's one of my little nifty tricks or nifty tips of being a blogger for stores. There was one point where I was a blogger for maybe 60 stores and about 20 events. It was way too much. I stepped down, and all I do now is if stores want to add me as VIP, I'll occasionally blog their stuff. Otherwise, I can't do commitment anymore. It was just way too much, and I burnt out. So I left all the blogger groups, and I have a few people that added me to their VIP, and it was very generous. So thank you very much for that. Okay, now let's go with this side lighting. So this is what everybody's been asking about. We're going to go over here to soft light. Let's make a new layer. And we want to have some gold. My favorite color is like a sunset gold. I have it at a low opacity. This is also going to be taking some finagling. I'm going to mess with it quite a bit. Like I'm going to go in with screen and mess with it. I'm going to go in a little higher. I'm going to go in with color dodge. Add that a little bit too. And I'll be going in as well on my actual avatar as well to just show that that lighting is actually there. It's not just edited in, you know. You gotta really just mess with lowering and raising the numbers too, just to have balance. Go back to soft light because we want this to have an overall light to it. I need to mess with, because I feel like my face is really washed out, so I'm going to have to add a bit more shadow to it, and we're going to actually go to dodge or burn in shadow just to fix up some spots that are just way too I can't think of words right now. Drowned out, and it looks flat, and I don't like that. I'm also going to go to selective color before I get any further and go to greens, and I'm just going to adjust this a little bit too, just to make it the tones that I want. I'm also going to do this with the yellows too. See, like more of a golden look. Oh, I already love it so much more. I love channel mixing so much. That's probably my favorite part of Photoshop, is just seeing like how much it can transform just with a few tweaks, you know. Looks so pretty. I went from very green and kind of bland to kind of like an autumn princess. I just love it so much. And it's all just messing with it. Like, there's no strict way I can tell you how to do this. You got to kind of just have fun with it and do it yourself, you know. Trial and error. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Let's go back in, and we got to start lightening stuff up again because I made things a little too dark, which was on purpose. I want to kind of just it takes layering. Let's go in with screen again, and we're just going to go in with a nice white. Not screen. I don't want screen. Let's go back. Let's go maybe color dodge over here. Yeah. And the light seems to be coming from this way, so try to add some lighting over here that brings it over. Make sure you still add some color. Don't just do white like I've been doing and just realizing it. Okay. And overlay adds like an actual tone completely over it too without adding too much lightness to it. So it's good to have that in as well. I'm going to blur this part too, by the way. It looks kind of bad just because of how I have it angled. So let's make a new layer and do that now. We're going to go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and we can set how much of an amount we want to that. I'm going to go kind of extreme with it. And then we are going to start erasing because we have that new layer, so we can erase it with no issue. Let's have it at like 80, 78, whatever. And that just kind of adds to the etherealness too of having like a halo of blur too. Just don't go overboard with it. It's good to still have a lot of details in there. And then you also want to make sure that if you go in that you can still see, like, there's no weird halo of clear where it should be blurred, you know? I can keep some of the hair blurred still. And then we want to do some of this showing. Okay. I might crop this a bit. I don't know, because I'm actually really liking the skirt. Like before, it was just kind of like a skirt I threw on. But make sure we lower this again once we are happy with it. And I'm going to burn this a bit more because my arm wasn't really matching the rest of the body. And dodge my chin. It's kind of getting like a beard of gold. Like I said, it's just a lot of balance. You got to kind of mess with it. See what you like. It's always okay to undo. I always forget to hit Control Alt Z, but ooh, what did I do? Edit, step backwards. I think I just hid this. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we can do if we have curves, because sometimes if we click around, we can find something even more magical. So like if you want it to be more wintry, you can do that. It can add a lot more depth to your photos too. And if you want to like go in with each detail of these, you can do that as well. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm probably like changing it and you're like, no, it was good as it was. I feel like that all the time when I finish editing. What did I go too far? Most likely yes. Before, after. Let's go a little bit in between. Let's lower some of the opacity of this and we can have a bit of both. Best of both worlds. There we go. And sometimes I like to have exposure. Lately I've been kind of pulling away from it because I've been liking the darker shadows lately. But it can still look pretty nice. As long as you also add some brightness to it after as well. Yeah, I'm liking how this looks. I do want to add a bit more lighting because it just goes dark right down here. But I do like that it was kind of like a peachy tone. So let's see if we can add a bit more to that down here. Yeah, that's pretty. Just balance it out in color. Soft light. What do y'all think of this? Do you think it's too much or... Because I definitely have the too much gene, like Jenna Marbles, like for sure. But let me know what y'all think. But I think I'm pretty much done with this. I'm pretty happy with it. My final touches, as always, are to add some sharpening, as well as, I'm going to add a bit more blush, as well as noise. So first off, I'm going to go to the sharpen tool, and I'm going to individually add some sharpening to spots that I want extra crisp, like the lace, the eyes. Those are normally my go-to. A bit more on the lace. I also want to lighten this a bit more too down here. Just a bit. There we go. And then we go to filter, sharpen. We can also do smart sharpen if you want it specific. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Look how crazy that looks without all the filters. I don't want it too crazy though, so I'm just going to do normal sharpen. And then noise. Add noise. We don't want this too high either. We're just going to go to like 8. You can lower it as much as you want. Maybe 4. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Let me know what y'all think. This was a very long video. I'm sorry about that. So I'll add some timestamps in so you guys can click around. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.